I'm an addict for sneakers.
What's good? It's your boy DJ Delz back with the new podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing great out there. 7 days till Star Wars. 7 days till Star Wars Episode 7. I am so hype. I'm really counting the days with my kids. We cannot wait to watch this. Let me know if you guys are checking it out. Definitely hit me up on my Twitter over at DJ Delz, DJ DELZ. And let's get right into some Q&A. I'm going to go on my Instagram and check out what you guys want me to speak about. I usually post a few days or the day before I record this. I usually post on my Instagram over at Team DJ Delz on Instagram and ask you guys to go ahead and shoot me some questions. So with that said, let's set it off with 7 William 9 writes, how do I feel about this year's Nike Christmas pack? I think it's okay, you know. I don't think it's amazing. It's hard for me to judge the Kyrie because I haven't seen the Kyrie in person yet, like the actual new model. So I have to see that shoe before I'm really judging it, you know. Because when I seen pictures of the Kyrie 1, I was kind of like, it's a cool pair of kicks. And then when I got them and started wearing them and seeing how they looked on feet, I was like, yo, I love this shoe. So see them in person, that's really what it comes down to. But they're definitely not whack, you know. They're far from that. We'll see. I'll definitely try to shoot some reviews on them. I think mid next week, that's when the store should start getting them in. So, you know, once retailers start getting them, my phone starts ringing and people, you know, let me know. And I usually just go to one of the retailers and see what they're all about. You know, a lot of retailers love my show because I help the retail market by reviewing the shoes. It lets you consumers know what the shoe looks like, and it helps the people that work at retail with, you know, selling the shoe. That's why I always get a lot of love at the retailers usually. Why wouldn't I? I help them. I help their job. I make it easier for them by reviewing the shoe on youtube.com/The Sneaker Addict. Also on Daily Motion now. I have my videos over there. Shout out to Daily Motion who hit me up recently and we got something going on over there now. Much love. Let's keep it moving with the next question from Jay. He writes, thoughts on the September release on the remastered quote-unquote Bread Ones and also the release on the proper black metallic 5s without the 23 on the side, and supposedly there's gonna be the Nike on the back, of course. My whole thoughts on the Breads coming back. I mean, if they come back, great. I love the shoe. It's one of my favorite Jordans. If you've never seen my top 45 Air Jordans that I own, watch that video. It's on YouTube. Just type DJ DELZ top 45. It's a movie. I show over 45 Air Jordans I own. It's craziness. Craziness. Gotta check it out. If you haven't watched it, like, you gotta check it out if you love Jordans. I mean, you're not gonna see a video like this on YouTube yet. Maybe someone else will do it. That'd be dope. But right now, I don't think anyone's ever done something like that before. So check out that video. If you're listening on iTunes, shout out to everyone on iTunes or SoundCloud, because we're out, you know, on iTunes now. Definitely subscribe to my show on iTunes, on SoundCloud. Just search DJ Delz Podcast. You'll find it. You can listen to it on your phone. You know, a lot of people like to listen to it on YouTube. Whatever the case is, as long as you're listening, thank you. That's all that matters. I just love the fact that I can entertain you guys while you're at work, while you're just hanging out at your house, taking a drive, whatever the case is. I think that's dope. But yeah, the Breads, anytime they release, I'm happy. They're going to jack up the price, of course, you know, do whatever to make more money, but whatever. It's a Jordan 1. anytime they release a shoe that everyone wants, it's dope because it gives people a chance to get it. Because not everyone was able to get that Jordan 1 the last time it released. They didn't make a lot of pairs of them, and hopefully this time will be different. I have a funny feeling it will be. And with the black metallic 5s, that's dope if they come back out. Same deal, except, I don't think the black metallic 5s are as popular as the bread 1s. Like, for me, I could live without black metallic 5s. I don't need to have that in my rotation. It's a shoe that gets ashy and dusty quick, and of course you could just clean it off and whatnot, but, at the end of the day, black sneakers get, like, so ashy and dusty so quick with that black nubuck. I love black sneakers, but if I'm gonna wear like a dark pair of kicks, I'd rather wear like one with a synthetic upper that you can just wipe real quick, like a pair of Lebrons or a pair of Kyries. Something with a synthetic upper where it's easier to clean versus a pair of retro Jordans. Black cements, the 3s, those are easy to clean because it's a tumbled leather. But when you're dealing with like a nubuck, a Dora buck, whatever buck the fuck it is, it gets shitty quick, and that sucks. You guys know what I'm talking about with that. Let's keep it moving. Thuggist. Shout out to the guy Thuggist. Thoughts on the Maroon 6 raffle ending after you copped already from another store. Yeah, that was crazy. He goes, when charging you without option to cancel. Happened to me. LOL. Yeah, so the whole deal with that was that they did this new system where you had from 8 to 10 a.m. on release day to fill out a little thing on Nike.com. They've done this in the past, but this time it was a little different. You actually had to pick how you were going to pay. So if you were going to pay with a credit card, you had to type in your credit card. If you're going to pay with PayPal, you already know. You had to go log on to PayPal, bing, bang, boom. And then they tell you good luck after you check out. They announce around 1 o'clock. People like me, people like Thuggist, who I've actually met, so I know, he's real deal. He's passionate about his sneakers. I've actually met this dude. We are not going to wait until 1 o'clock for a shoe that we've been waiting for decades. The Maroon 6 hasn't released since 91. It's a shoe that a lot of heads dreamed of having back in the days because a lot of us were too young, and back then parents just didn't understand. Like my man Will Smith says, they didn't understand about the sneaker culture. There wasn't even really a sneaker culture in 91. It was just, there were sneakers. You wore your sneakers and that was it. We liked them, but there wasn't like people owning hundreds of pairs. Maybe, I'm sure there was a few, but it wasn't like now. That's what I'm saying. And with this Maroon 6, there was no way in hell I was going to wait till 1 o'clock and then strike out and just be furious the whole day why I didn't go out and about and hit the stores and make it happen. And that day was a nightmare to begin with because I was out of town and I didn't know at this finish line that you had to pick up your shoes from 8 to 9 a.m. They called me up when I was doing the raffle. I was out of town, so I hit up a few malls and they called me back at this finish line. They told me from 8 to 9. I assumed 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. you could pick up the shoe. No. 8 to 9 a.m. 1 hour window. So when I went over to that mall around 11 o'clock, floating in there, just chilling, Saturday, wavy, I go in there and they're like, your pair's gone. You're supposed to come from 8 to 9. I thought they were joking. I was like, yeah, that's funny. They really sold my damn pair. They said, no, you have to come from 8 to 9 a.m. So I was tight. It was a mission. I didn't even talk about this, I don't think, in the review. I'm like 99% sure I didn't. But I was like, yo, that's so foul. I just walked out. I was like, you guys are foul. That's crazy. Someone told me 8 to 9 p.m. They felt bad. They ended up calling me back like a half an hour later and saying, listen, we can get a pair mailed out to you. They ended up feeling bad because the person realized that they messed up. They said 8 to 9 and they didn't tell me a.m. and they realized that not everyone that's doing the raffles knows how they get down. They can't assume everyone's a local, So then I went to a DTLR And this real nice chick, she was out there and she was like, listen, I can't sell you that yet, but if you wait like 15 minutes, bang, I got you. She didn't say bang. That would have been dope if she did. But she was like, yo, I got you. I just have to wait until 12 o'clock. Then I could sell it to you. It's like open to anyone. So I just chilled there, waited 15 minutes, got my pair of kicks. Then I proceeded down the mall. I walked into a Foot Action, and I was just checking out what they got. And I was talking to someone, and they were like, yeah, we just got the Maroons yesterday. We didn't do a raffle, so we got mad Maroons in the bag. I was like, okay, I'll take a pair. So I ended up doubling up at that mall, because why wouldn't I if I had the bread and it's a shoe that I've been waiting for a long time? Why wouldn't I? So I copped 2 pairs, but as this dude Douglas was saying, I got home and then my girl checks her email, I check my email, bang, bang, double bang, we get hit both with charges, and now I got 2 more pairs coming. So that was kind of crazy. I returned both of those pairs because I did do a video. I call it, the title's called the Quality Control Inspection. This is my second video I did on that. I did it on the Aquas, and I did it also now on the Maroons. Definitely check out those videos, because you actually see multiple pairs out the box and being compared with each other, just showing the lack of consistency that Jordan Brand is putting out there. It's definitely a good watch, because you don't get to see that every day. Not everyone's breaking out multiple pairs and actually pointing out what's wrong with them. A lot of heads on YouTube are trying to build relationships with Jordan Brand, and me doing something like this is probably gonna, make that possibility just never happen, because I'm for you guys. I'm exposing what sucks about them, instead of just glorifying what's great about them. That's why if you watch a lot of the reviews on YouTube, they don't even really review the shoe anymore. They just show you what's good about the sneaker and they keep it moving, because a lot of people just want to watch that. They want to just see the good part of the shoe. They don't really want to see the bad part of the shoe. I did a review on the 72 and 10s, a super legit pair. I mean, it literally came from Jordan Brand. I don't do those early release shoes unless it comes from the actual brand, I don't do that no more, because you don't know what's real and what's fake. So if it's not coming from a licensed retailer or from someone that personally works for the brand, I do not review the shoe anymore on the show for the past 2 years, because you don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. Just because the shoe looks legit doesn't mean it's legit anymore. The replica pairs look better than the legit pairs now. It's crazy. I've seen comparisons where the fake pair looks better than the legit pair. So I don't fuck with any spot that doesn't have a license to sell Nike or Jordan. Now, am I saying that if it doesn't come from a licensed retailer, it's fake? Absolutely not. But me, I want to make sure that I'm showing you guys a real deal pair. I want to be 100% certain. If you get a shoe that's not from a licensed retailer, there's always, I would say, that 1% that it may not be a legit pair. So that's why I really try to stay away from that now. I know a lot of people don't care. Some people really want me to do like the early reviews still. They're like, Delz, fuck it. If it's 99% sure that it's real, get the fucking pair, man. I miss all those early releases and this, that. There's so many people that are already doing that now. Like, there's so many more people that are doing that. Like, it's time for me to move on and do something different, Let that next generation, give y'all that early excitement. I've done that already. Getting back to the 72 and 10s, it's amazing how I did that review, and there was probably out of 100%, 5% that was upset that, like I called the back area and toward the front where the tumbled leather is, I called that what they call, Jordan Brand calls, pretty sure they call it micro suede. I was calling it felt, because that's what it feels like to me. Like, I know what micro suede feels like. To me, that's not micro suede in my book. but that's what they call micro suede. And I know what micro suede feels like. Like, I have a really good friend that works on celebrity cars all the time. I'm talking about huge celebrities in New York, from basketball players to rappers to CEOs, like iconic people. And they've used micro suede plenty of times in interiors interiors of cars. You know, they'll literally like replace the interior of a car. I know what something like micro suede feels like, because he'd hit me up and say, yo, I got a crazy project, come through, check out these crazy cars. We go over there, you know, bring a case of brew down there and just kick it and hang out. And, you know, it'd be a bunch of us, a bunch of, you know, our friends just hanging out while we work on, well, I wouldn't work on, I'd just watch, but he'd be just working on, like, these insane cars, like, from super rich celebrities. And I learned a lot about materials, actually, just hanging out with this dude, man, because he would paint the cars, he would rip out interiors on brand new cars and replace it. It was really dope. Shout out to, actually, I won't even shout him out. It's not necessary. I don't think he even wants me to, so we'll just keep it as that. But that doesn't feel like micro suede to me. And if it is to some, to me, it's a cheap version of micro suede. Real micro suede is something beautiful. It's beautiful. That to me feels cheap, you know. It's a nice sneaker. Don't get me wrong. Some people thought like I was hating on it. I'm just giving an honest review. I feel like it could have been way better. Like the glitter around the toe, that didn't need to be there. Like, you have that shiny patent leather, that's all you need. That's enough pop right there. You don't need to have all that extraness going on that pair. The tumbled leather upper was already dope. If they replaced that quote-unquote micro suede with the full grain leather, that shoe would have been so much better. Whatever the case is, that was my review. I don't dislike this shoe. It's a pair of kicks I'm gonna wear, but I just have to give you an honest review. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. I want to give you guys reviews and not just glamour shots, beauty shots, and all that. That's just it. That's to make a long story longer. Let's move on and check out some more questions. We've got right here from JRay33 writes, hey Delz, love the podcast. What's your thoughts on the change of date on the 72 and 10s? I really don't have much of a thought on it. I guess they just want to get it going quicker. And then he also writes, how do I feel about the NBA season so far? I love it. I love when the NBA season's here. It's very exciting because of the fact that Golden State is really competing at such a level. They may beat the 72 and 10 record. It really could go down, and I really would not be surprised if it does go down this year. A lot of teams are looking great out there, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. I'm trying to watch as much basketball as I possibly can. Thank you also for the love. I appreciate that you like listening to the podcast. Next we got from B, from BT TV, writes, what's your thoughts on Jordan Brand's lineup for next year, like the Breads and the Royal Ones being remastered? I didn't even hear about the Royal Ones. And he also writes, the white cement 4s and the metallic 5s. What's your thoughts? Much love. Well, I kind of already covered that, basically. So, I don't really have much to say, except I can't wait to get a pair of white cement 4s with Nike on the back. Nike Air on the back. The Nike Air on the back looks dope on the white cement 4s. That's like one pair of shoes I really like the Nike Air on the back of. Definitely. The 5s I don't really care about as far as the Nike Air on the back. The 6s, yes, that's sick. But I'll take a 6 anyway. You could throw the Jordan or Jumpman on there. You can throw the Nike Air. One or the other. I'm good. I'm happy you're bringing it back. Any colorway. Love that shoe. Next we got from Raph. He writes, thoughts on the military 4s releasing next year with Nike Air on the back. Keep doing your thing. Thank you. And I didn't even hear about that. Wow, you guys are telling me stuff I don't know. I didn't hear about that, but if that's true, dope. 4s look great with the Nike Air on the back also. Like the 3s, the 4s, the 6s, they look great. 5s, to me, I don't feel like the 5 looks any better with a Nike Air on the back, but That's my opinion. Some people are going to disagree and they're going to say, you're crazy. They look fire, and that's dope. You know, it's all about what you like. It's just shoes at the end of the day. Some people take sneakers so seriously. That's why I have to, like, backtrack and make sure, like, you know, to, like, put that out there. Because I don't want to offend people. Like, there's so much pussification of America now where people get, like, so insulted so quickly. And it's like, I don't want to insult people because that's something I've learned throughout the years, that if I don't, like, explain a little bit more, people get offended over everything, like, so quickly. And that's not why I'm on YouTube or I'm on iTunes doing a podcast. I'm on here to entertain, not to upset people and piss people off. I want you to be entertained. I want you to like what you hear and not be like, go, fuck him, man. I'm turning this shit off. He's an asshole. I hope he fucking gets diarrhea today. I want you to like me. I want you to want me to have a good day today. I'm not going to force you to like me, though. I'm going to be myself, but you guys get what I'm saying. I said, I hope you get diarrhea today. The hell is wrong with me? Who says that? My brain is, like, shot. Okay, next we got from Duo. He writes, do you feel Jordan Brand hype is slowing down? Definitely. Look at your local retailers. You pick your retro. You'll have like 4 or 5 of them just marinating. It's fucking awesome. The reason why is because resellers ain't making money, so they're not buying all the shoes. How much money are they going to resell a shoe that is mass produced, that's already at a close to $200, if not $200 price point? Because you got to look at after taxes. They're $190, and then after taxes at a lot of spots, you're going to look at a $200 price tag. How much are they going to sell for? They're not going to make that much money, and they're going to have to dish out all that money. It's not worth it for them. So they're not going to resell the shoes. People are reselling Supreme clothes now. Like, people resell shit that they're going to make money off of. And you can make money off of shoes, but it has to be the right pairs. There's particular pairs now. It's getting to be more or less how it was back in, like, I would say 09, like 2010, around there. Those 72 and 10s are not going to be hard to get. If you follow my Twitter accounts, if you follow my blog, you should be able to get a pair. If you're up at like 9:30 a.m. and you're just glued to your computer, you clear your cache, however you say it, and you know, you have your computer like running for a little bit. Don't have it running all night, but like turn your computer on at like at 9:30. Like don't like restart your computer like 9:30, clear everything out, and be ready to rock. You should be able to get your pair. You just have to be patient. It may take you an hour to get the pair because everyone's going to be hitting the sites. I really think everyone should be able to get a pair if you didn't win the raffle. I don't think it's something any of you guys should worry about. I may be wrong, though, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. And if I am wrong, don't get all crazy and psycho on me and blame me for the reason why you didn't get your pair, too. Holy shit, I had like a whack job. So pissed at me for no reason. Like 2 weeks ago, I posted on Instagram. People were like, wow, I feel bad for you. You have to deal with fucking crazy people. Let's move on. Next we got from Steven. He writes, with LeBron getting that lifetime contract, how early do you think we will see retros? I think next year we'll see retros. I think next year. That's my prediction. Let's hope I'm right. Next we got, I can't pronounce this name. Do you think we will see the release of the Melo 11 PE this holiday season? Absolutely not. Next season, maybe. Next we got from Indigo Blow. He writes, how limited are the 750 boosts going to be? I have absolutely no clue, but I'm sure they'll be limited. Next we got from Ghost. He writes, after 5 years, Adidas versus Nike, who wins? I can't call that. 5 years, a lot can happen in 5 years. I mean, it's 2015, and look at how it was in 2010. And then think about another 5 years. It's unpredictable. It just depends on what products put out there, how fashion's going, what's cool, what's not, what your favorite artist is wearing, what your favorite YouTuber is into, like, you know, all that, you know, comes into play. Next we got from Corona writes, what's my thoughts on the Air Max 1, the 6? I think they're dope. And he also asked how do I feel about the Air Max 95 Stussy collab. They're cool. Definitely cool. So I just took like a quick break while I was recording this and unboxed these two packages. And all I know is you have to watch this unboxing. The second half is a Nike ID unboxing, and it's fucking hilarious. You are gonna laugh your ass off. You have to watch it. It's as simple as that. If you are like a diehard fan of the show, like you love watching the show, listening to the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, obviously you love my YouTube content too, unless you're just randomly running into it through iTunes or SoundCloud. If that's the case, I have a YouTube channel where I review sneakers, and there's other content too once in a while. It's the Sneaker Addict. That should be in the description box. Check out this new unboxing. It will be titled Johnny Cupcakes and Nike ID unboxing, probably LOL, something like that. The link will be in the description box below, definitely, if you're watching on YouTube. You have to watch this. I totally messed something up so badly, and you're just going to laugh your ass off. You're going to laugh at me. So, enjoy it, because I fucked up big time. But it'll be alright, I'll fix it. Definitely check out that. And if you watched already, you probably laughed your ass off at that. Let's keep it moving. Next we got from Bundy. He writes, did Yeezy jump over the Jumpman? I spoke about this in detail last time I did a podcast, so that means you didn't listen to that, which is a bummer because it was a really good podcast. Definitely check out that one. But how can Kanye jump over a Jumpman when just alone with the Jordan 11s, they're rumored to release 1 million pairs, and Kanye and Adidas aren't even releasing probably 10,000 pairs. They push maybe a couple of thousand units, and that's it. So it's like, you can't even compare the two. It's just what it is, man. Numbers don't lie. Kanye is not selling millions of pairs of Yeezy Boost shoes. That's basically my answer to that. Next we got from Mr. Santana. What are your thoughts on the public school Jordan collab dropping this weekend? Do you think they're worth $300? From the images, yes. I want them, and I'm ready to drop $300. And then he writes, also, do you think Jordan Brand is charging more to eliminate the profit from resellers? Definitely, 100%. Steve, shout out to Steve. He writes, do you think Adidas is releasing too many colorways of the 350 too fast? And should they keep increasing the amount every release? Or keep it limited? Happy holidays to you and yours. Happy holidays to you too, man. I think what they're doing is perfect. You know, they're releasing limited amounts of a bunch of different colorways to spread it out, but at the same time, keep it limited. People want limited shoes for the most part. Not everyone. Me, I don't care if it's limited or not. If I like the shoe, I like the shoe. But, you know, there's a lot of people, they only want that limited sneaker. You know, they don't want a general release shoe. Me, probably more than half of my collection is general release shoes. I don't just collect limited sneakers, player exclusives. I don't look for that. I just see what I like and get what I like. That's what I do, you know. So, to me, all that shit doesn't matter if it's limited or not. I would like them to release more pairs so more people can enjoy the shoe. It's a dope pair of kicks. And it really is like an everyday pair of kicks. It's not like something like the Yeezy shoes that Nike released where it had like a different feel to it. It wasn't an everyday shoe. The Yeezy 350 is like an everyday shoe. I've literally worn my Yeezy 350s every single week since I got them. They're probably one of the most worn shoes that I have got in 2015, definitely by far. And it's a shoe that everyone should be able to buy, and I hope that that becomes the case as time goes on. Next, we got another question from Mr. Santana. He writes, another one, quote unquote. What is your thoughts on the Kyrie 2 model in comparison to the 1? Thanks and happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. And in my opinion, it looks good from the photos, but I really got to see them in person to judge. Hopefully, I'll get the opportunity next week. Next we got from Rapture Custom Kicks. Thoughts on how resale will be for the Maroon 6s and the 72 and 10s in a couple of months. I already see people selling the Maroons for retail, and these are actually pop-up shops, not just random resellers. Yeah, I mean, the Maroons aren't going to sell for over retail when you can still buy them for retail. And the 72 and 10s, it's the same thing. The Maroons, down the line, maybe 5 years from now, they'll be worth money. I don't know about the 72 and 10s, but the Maroons will, definitely. And moving on, we got from Michael Francisco, thoughts on the Nike Christmas pack and the Kyrie 2s. I already spoke about that, basically. Shout out to you, though. You always leave comments and questions. Appreciate you checking in. Next, we got from Dope TID. He writes, my thoughts on Jordan Brand raising the prices for trash materials, poor craftsmanship, while JB is sitting back making millions. It's just business, man. People are buying it. So, you know, if they're able to cut corners, save money, and make money, why not? You got to look at it on their end. They're putting something out there, not forcing no one to buy it. People have the option to buy it or not. They're buying it, so why not? You know, that's how they look at it, I assume. That's how most companies look at it. Maybe wrong, maybe it's something else, but we all got two eyes. We kind of see what's going on here, you know. Chuck writes, next Black Friday speculation being the black metallic 5s with Nike on the back. Thoughts? I think that's a whack release for Black Friday. But, you know, some people really love that sneaker. Like, it's up there. They put it up there as, like, one of the big Jordan sneakers. Like, for me, that's not up there for me. It's a nice shoe, you know. I think it was on my top 45, but it wasn't, like, I don't think it was in my top, like, 20. Swaggy writes, update on my Saucony collaboration. On the 9th of this month, I did announce that the shoe I will be designing with Saucony is the Grid 9000. As far as the colorway, I'm not leaking nothing until there's a sample in my hands, which I should get by February, I think. The shoe is supposedly being made right now as we speak. Like, literally, you know, I don't know what they're starting first, but it's being made, and it is gonna be something awesome if it's what it looks like in the mock-up that we put together, me and Saucony. Saucony really let me do whatever I wanted to do, which is pretty crazy. And it's really awesome, man. I really got to thank Saucony, man. They really are awesome for giving me this opportunity. So hopefully we could get it to a point where we can have this shoe available to the public and not just be a friends and family release. Regardless, I will figure out a way where we could possibly be able to get it so everyone that wants their pairs can get their pairs. I'm already thinking about it. Keep in mind, I am not the brand, so I don't have so much control over how many pairs are being made. So don't get mad at me if you can't get a pair. I want everyone to be able to get a pair. If I have to figure out a way with you all, we will figure it out, hopefully. What I was thinking is if they only limit me a certain amount, maybe I could figure out a way where we could pre-order pairs through them, something. I'm going to try to figure something out, guys, for people that want a pair. But first, you guys see what they look like. I think that when you see them, anyone that really loves like what I'm about, what I like, and everything like that, besides sneakers, just like how I'm into like old stuff from like the 80s and 90s, I think you're really gonna appreciate the shoe. Like, I think you're really gonna be like, holy shit, I have to have this, you know. I wanted to make a shoe that I was gonna absolutely love and want to buy if someone else made it. Like, that was my whole thing. Like, something that I love and something that like is just completely awesome. And I think the shoe is completely awesome. As long as it comes out the way I expect it to come out, which I'm sure it will, because I've seen Saucony do stuff that's way more detailed than this, and it's been just a knockout the park, just grand slam home run. Saucony, once again, they're super awesome, and their whole team is super creative, and that's why me and them get along so well. And this is going to be so dope, man. 2016 is going to be so great. But that's all I really got for you right now. Thanks for your interest. I appreciate that too. And keep in mind, it's not definite that it is a friends and family release. It could release on Saucony.com also. I'm just, looking at all the options of what they have told me so far. So we'll see. And he also writes, how big of a must are the leather flu game 2006s? LOL. Yeah, that's a must. I want that. I really want that. Metallic 5s, I don't need a new pair of metallic 5s. But those leather 12s, flu game, not that nubuck suede with the sick face on the ankle. No. Hold that. I need the leather 12s, the bread 12s. That's what I need. Hold the suede. Give me that leather. Let's keep it moving. Chris, he writes, are the 72 and 10s going to sell out? I think so, but I don't think they're going to sell out, instantly. Other releases. Next, we got from Kyle. He writes, when's the Air Max 1, the 6 releasing? Yeah, I don't know what's the deal with that. I thought it was supposed to release already, and then, I don't know. Check my blog in a couple of days. I'm going to look into that. Next, we got from Lion Kicks. Is there a possibility of the 72 and 10s being on the shelves? Possibility, yes. But at the same time, I don't think so. Because the Maroons aren't really on shelves. They are at some retailers, but not many. They're more or less available on the internet. You can still find Maroon 6s. If you're having trouble finding them, just hit me up on my Twitter. I'll hook you up with info on where to get them. Or just go to my blog, thesneakeraddict.com. Next, we got from Delta. He writes, what kicks am I going to wear during The Force Awakening? I think I'm going to wear... Okay, so... I was mentioning about this video that you have to watch before, this unboxing. I may wear those shoes because I have a funny feeling now. I just had a big brain fart that you helped me create, Delta Dango. Sounded super weird, right? I think you just helped me create this moment. Maybe these shoes that I got, you have to watch the video to really understand, but I may wear the shoes that are in that video because maybe those shoes were made for me to wear for the day that I see this movie. That could be a possibility. With my situation, some of you guys already know about it because the video has been out for a couple hours. Some of you may not, because by the time this goes onto YouTube, it'll be definitely 5 hours until then. On iTunes and SoundCloud, it'll be up an hour after, 2 hours after, because it's a lot easier to get it on there versus on YouTube. I gotta put it in a video form and all that. But definitely watch that video and you'll understand what I'm saying. If it's not those, it'll probably be my C3PO. No, it'll be my R2-D2 Lebrons, because my kids designed those, and I think that's cool if I wear that, since I'm going to be watching Star Wars in the movie theaters with my kids. I'll definitely wear the R2-D2s, definitely. And it's going to match this shirt that I'm wearing that's in that same video that I'm talking about, that I want you guys to watch if you haven't seen it yet. Because I'm going to be wearing a Star Wars shirt that Johnny Cupcake sent me. Watch that video. It's a dope video. And it's funny. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh literally at me because of the way I act toward the end of the video. Because I totally spaz about something. It's in a good way. I'm not angry. I'm just I totally messed something up. So you're going to laugh your ass off. Next we got from Jinx. He writes, just wanted to say what's up. Love the podcast. Thank you. For real. You keep listening, and I will keep doing this. And guys, if you really love these podcasts, please tell friends about it by just sharing this on your Facebook, Twitter, Google+. It really helps out the show a lot. Just doing that, it really helps out. You would not believe how much it helps out. Hitting the like buttons or share buttons. If there's anything you can comment to show support. Oh, I love the podcast. On iTunes, there's an area where you can leave feedback. Please, all that helps out so much. And it just takes a minute of your time. It takes not even a minute. It takes 20 seconds. And I really appreciate it. And I thank you all for everyone that always does that or is about to. Travi B writes, what's the most underrated slept-on shoe of 2015? Love the show. Keep up the good work. I would say the most underrated shoe to come out, one of them off top, would be the Converse Larry Johnson Space Jam Monstar shoe. I love that sneaker. Definitely will be on my list for my favorite releases of 2015. Love that sneaker. Love Space Jam. Trill Will 100 writes, first of all, love the show, and then writes, do you think they will continue the Kobe line after he retires, or do you think they should stop at the 11 and start releasing retros? Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you, man. And yeah, I think they should stop after. Bring the retros in. Next, we got from Old School Banks. How long do you think it'll be till Nike releases a LeBron or a Kobe shoe? Love the podcast. Thank you. And I basically already answered that. Next, we got from Julio10 writes, do you watch other YouTubers that are not involved with sneakers? Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Like, most of the YouTube videos I watch aren't sneaker related. I watch a lot of Vlad TV because they have a lot of artists that I like and a lot of funny artists too, like Daylight. I think Daylight is hilarious. Some people don't like him, but I think he's funny as hell. I always get a kick out of watching Daylight on Vlad TV. I like watching, what the hell is that fool dude who sits in the car? He's like, YouTube man, it's your boy Dame Drops. Dame Drops. I had to actually do his thing. I think he's funny. Dame Drops. The Breakfast Club. You know, Power 105, Breakfast Club, Hot 97's YouTube channel, Funk Flex and stuff. Any kind of like Star Wars channels. There's a few that I like. There's one that's Star Wars Dash or Dash Star Wars, where they're talking a lot about the movies now. Sports channels, I like ESPN, some YouTube channel I watch a lot of. NBA's YouTube channel to check out all the highlights, all the games. I usually check that out, you know, every morning. That kind of stuff is what I like to watch the most, like, out of everything. I don't really like watching sneaker reviews unless it's a sneaker that I've never seen before, you know. I try to watch sneaker reviews just to show love and support, but, you know, I don't have that much time on my hands. So when I do, I usually watch what I enjoy watching, you know, which is not sneaker reviews if I already have the shoe, because I usually get the shoe I want. I don't need someone else to tell me about it. It's just, you know, when I don't have the sneaker, then I want to watch to find out about the shoe or to see if I really need to get it after seeing someone else break it down. Next we got from Drew. He writes, how long do you think it will take before wow, a lot of people asking about Kobe's retroing. We'll see. Ratchet Mike, he writes, salute to you, man, for all the content you put out there. I really appreciate it, and my favorite video from you is when you jumped in the snow with the Yeezys. I don't even remember doing that. That's crazy if I did that. Do me a favor, if you're on Twitter, tweet me that video. I want to watch that. I don't remember doing that, but I mean, how many videos are we at? We're at a lot of videos on YouTube. Planet Paperboy writes, good work on your show as usual. My name is Akeem, and my question to you is, do you think they made more pairs of the 72 and 10 because they were cheaply made, pretty much half leather, half felt? Or do you think they just want to give people a chance to get a pair? I think they just wanted to get more people to get a chance to get their pair. And they also want to defeat the reseller, and that's how they're going to do it, by releasing it at a high price and release a mass quantity of it. Resellers aren't going to make money off this shoe unless they buy them and they keep them for like 5 years. Then they will make money. Then, like, if they're available in 5 years, people are selling them for like $350, $400. Yeah, but most people, they're looking for a quick flip. You're not going to get that with that shoe unless you work for a sneaker store and then you know, get it under retail and then sell it a tiny bit over retail. You may be able to make a quick flip. Next we got from Young Flicks. He writes, after seeing the Maroon 6 not being as limited as the 88 Cements, do you think they will do the same thing with the 89 4s or the black metallics? Yeah, I think it's not going to be as limited. Next we got from Maroon. He wants to know what Jordan I'm looking forward to picking up next year. Definitely the white cement 4s. And he said, keep doing your thing. Thank you, man. Next we got from, I can't pronounce this name. What do you think about the new Extra Butter A6 collaboration that's coming out Saturday? Is a Gel Light 5 worth $180? Keep up the good work. I don't think a Gel Light 5 is worth $180, definitely. But, you know, what shoe really is in 2015? It's all about what you like. And I do like that shoe. I think it's a nice pair of kicks. But I will not be paying that money for that shoe just because I am already like kind of, you know, budgeting myself out. I bought mad pairs of shoes like last week. Like, I'm good. Like, next question. Can't pronounce this name either. If you guys want me to shout your names out, if you have like a weird screen name, just leave your name. Any predictions on the TLC pay-per-view, the WWE tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view? Not really. I really can't call it. I don't even know who's really in any of the matches. Because I have been skipping out watching it lately. Because it's been so whack to me lately. I'm sure New Day will retain their titles because they're so entertaining. That's like the only thing good about WWE is New Day. But besides that, everything else is terrible in my opinion. Next we got from Mookie. This is the last question. Mookie writes, what LeBron and Kobe model do you think they will retro first since the announcement of this lifetime deal and retirement? And what is my favorite model of each? Keep up the good work and happy holidays to you and your family. Happy holidays to you too, Mookie819. I appreciate that. Now, if it was up to me, the LeBron I would love them to retro first would be the LeBron 2. I know a lot of people are going to say, why not the 1? I just love the LeBron 2. I love the 1, but the LeBron 2 is awesome. Now with Kobe, I would love them to retro one of the earlier models, like the 1, 2, the 3. My favorite Kobe model is the Kobe 6. My favorite LeBron model is the LeBron 9. Just to answer that. I think I answered that right. And that's it for today's podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, leave them comments. Sharing is caring. Look for that share button and share it. Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media, Google+. I really appreciate everyone that does that. Thank you very much. Catch up on all the reviews. I reviewed the 72 and 10 super detailed look. I reviewed the Chrome 8s. I have some pretty kick-ass unboxings. I did one unboxing. It was like 10 different pickups. And then I did another one. It was like I think 4 pickups, and then this new unboxing, which is a must-watch, and it's hilarious. The Johnny Cupcakes Nike ID unboxing, must-watch. Don't forget the sneakeraddict.com for your sneaker news. Go there in the morning around 9:30 a.m. and then go back at 9:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to give you a head start on what's going on as far as with releases. Then, you know, check it out throughout the day, and in the evening, I'm constantly updating the blog. Follow my Twitter, The Sneak Addict. That will be in the description box below. Follow my Twitter. I will be posting info to help you guys out with any releases, restocks like the 72 and 10s. There was a restock on those white and black Adidas Ultra Boosts that are super hyped. You could get them for under retail. I tweeted about that yesterday, and I think even today they were still available. Follow my Twitter accounts, both of them, DJ Delz and The Sneak Addict. Everyone be great out there. Be safe out there. Leave your comments. Leave your thoughts. And thank you for checking out today's show. With that said, we out.